Okay, let's just check the volume levels. It's looking good. So hopefully we'll have a little bit more luck this time than we did last time. At least I can hear myself through the headset this time, which is better than last time. Okay, we are at Leeds Bradford Airport in the north of England. This has been newly updated by Inibuilds. I'm just going to fill the airfield up before we get going with some aircraft from Say Intentions. So I'm going to go and launch Say Intentions in the background. I've had feedback recently, people asking as well, can I go all the way through flight planning from start to finish? So I'll go and visit Simbrief. So I haven't actually done anything. Oh, here we go, yet another update from Say Intentions. They are really pushing out the updates at the moment, aren't they? So we'll go and reinstall Say Intentions while we're at it. But yeah, we'll go through the whole process of setting up a flight plan in Simbrief. So install. This always confuses me. It looks like there's two installers running at once. Finish. Yes. Okay. So it should go. I think it launches itself in the background now. So here we go. There's the latest version of Say Intentions. It's gone up to 3.2.2.3.
GBM requesting.
We are going to be British Airways today. So let's go.
Give me 1 second for that clearance.
Go to identity and we'll change. So we are 146, but we're going to be Speedbird 073.
Squawk 3225 ASAIR73.
Okay, we'll put ourselves on radio check just for the moment. The reason we've really got to have done this, we'll say new flight as well to make sure it picks up the Simbrief flight plan. Oh, we haven't actually done one yet, so we'll have to go do that again in a moment. But in the background, Say Intentions will be going and getting airplanes ready, so we'll see all of the gates suddenly fill up with aircraft at Leeds Bradford in a few moments. While we're waiting for that, we'll go and jump into a browser. So we are at Simbrief. So if I go via the front end of the website, if I just go and visit simbrief.com, so it requires a free login, and then you can go to the dispatch system page and you can create a new flight, and we can put in our airline. Today we are BAW, which is British Airways, flight number 073. I'm just making it up off the top of my head. And we're going to be taking off, so I've penciled in the route in LittleNavMap, but obviously not got the full route. Going from EGNM, which is Leeds Bradford, to EGKK. So EGNM to EGKK. Then we're going to choose the aircraft type. Now, I don't think the Avros exist on here, so it's going to be the BAE 146 of some description. Unless I go and... You can put custom aeroplanes into Simbrief, I just haven't done it. And that's close enough in terms of performance characteristics. So there's our route, so we'll just say generate flight. We won't argue with it, we'll just go with what it tells us and then program it into the plane as we need to, which is half the fun, I think. Okay, so having done that, before we go and do anything else, yeah, we can see airplanes have appeared now. Look, so Say Intentions is doing its work in the background to do the aircraft injection. So, okay, so Mackie is saying it sounds like my voice is being picked up by a room microphone. Ooh, that's happened before. Let's go into properties and say the headset. Okay, is that better now? So yeah, this is the thing, I can't tell. I'm not monitoring the actual sound coming out, I'm monitoring in my own headset what's coming through the microphone, so hopefully that's a lot clearer now. I'll just hang on until somebody confirms. Yeah, that's fixed it, brilliant. It's such a mess in Windows at the moment. Sound has always been a mess in Windows, but they've improved it enormously in Windows 11 over previous versions, but it's still... Because device driver manufacturers get to do what they want, they all go their own way, and they make everything slightly incompatible with each other. So we're looking at Leeds Bradford Airport from Inibuilds, and it's been updated. So this is the 2024 specific version of it now. So let's go and have a look around. We're going to fly around. Actually, let's go around the airport as a whole to begin with, and then we'll come back in. So let's go back down the passenger side. We'll go and fly around the perimeter first. So you can see it's all really nicely modelled. We'll come back in much more detail in a moment. You can see the Say Intentions is doing its thing. There's aeroplanes moving around, and it's got the car parks. You've got some of the road furniture. It's a bit strange, some of the trees are in the road here and there. It's quite a steep bank there, isn't it, where they've levelled off the airport. There's lots of car parks out around the edge of the airport. Okay, let's come down and have a look at the radar and the fences. I know a lot of people kind of want to see the detail, so we're going to come down and look at the chain link fence here. That's ridiculous, isn't it? It's even got the barbs on the barbed wire. So we've got radar, modelled in quite some detail. Another radar system over here. Some of the fire training equipment for different aircraft types. Down at the far end of the runway we've got the lights. It's incredible, isn't it, the amount of detail that goes into these things. And then if we fly back along the runway, you can see we've got the, if we go and descend, yeah, we get to see the puppy lights changing colour based on where our camera is in relation to them. Very cool. Somebody taxiing out over there. Okay, let's go and have a proper look around the buildings then. So we've got some hangars at this end. Multi-flight. If we go over towards the normal roads, just to see where the road structures integrate with the airport. There's a tunnel that goes underneath the airport, and they've actually modelled it quite nicely, look, with cars disappearing in one side and coming out the other. It's quite rare to see that done so well in the simulator. Okay, let's come in towards the terminal buildings then at Leeds Bradford. Excuse my drone flying skills, I am not the world expert at drone flying. Oh, we're going in the out direction. Which way should we be going? Up to this junction. So whoever planted the or positioned the lights needs to have their head examined, I think. It's very cool, isn't it? The only thing I can't figure out looking at this is why these people are here, because there's no way in. Why would they be sat in a concrete garden? Okay, let's come back round towards the public entrance. So we've got Up World. Leeds Bradford Airport. Jet2 holidays with all sorts of product placements. I wonder if they get any kickback. This is the way in. So anybody who's actually been here, this is probably going to look incredibly familiar. So we'll start at one end of the building and work our way down, I guess. So we're going to go out towards the Jet2 check-in desks. It's mad, isn't it? The level of detail in the simulators these days. It's a shame there's not more people stood around in check-in. But then I guess it's all going to reduce the frame rate, though, isn't it? I mean, even if we come right down to one of these signs, look, you can even read the small print if you get close enough. It's absolute madness. Okay, let's go fly along this deck of the buildings. There's several levels to it, so have a look at the people. They're pretty good quality, aren't they? It's a shame they're not animated. Can't have everything. I think we may be the only flight going to Gatwick. So we've got the other check-in desks at this end. So Ryanair, Aer Lingus, Wizz Air, EasyJet. If we come through here, is that a fake? Yeah, is that fake 3D? Yeah, it is. So if we come out through the glass and go up a level, we get to have a look around on this side. So coming down towards a cafe here. That was Burger King. And the Camden Food Company. And we can actually scoot around. But before we come around this side, let's just quickly go and have a look along the concourse, just to see what's down here. So we're just nosing around, really. Okay, we can't get much further than that. Is there more over here? Is this building empty or full? Oh, it's my word, it's got stuff inside it. You can't see it from the outside because it's all mirrored windows. I'm guessing this is all VIP or executive lounges then. Are they all like it? They're fake 3D. So are they. So are they. So let's go airside. It's amazingly well done, isn't it? I mean, look at this. Compound curves and it's crazy, really. So if we fly back out through the window, so just a random office has been actually built into the scenery, and some conference rooms. Or restaurants, I should say. I mean, this is madness, isn't it? Oh, they went and bought the decals from Amazon that you can stick on your wall. The Yorkshire Lounge. So there's another one here. Oh my word, look at this. So is this just the various gates, I guess? Again, this is testing out my drone flying skills, which are not the best. This is crazy, isn't it? The amount of detail that goes into these airports. And I think we're back round. We've already been here, haven't we? Yeah. So it gives you some idea. Obviously, if we go and look around the rest of the buildings, the rest of it's all here as well. So we've got fire engines and all of the kit around them. It's madness, isn't it? Could you have even imagined if you'd shown this simulator to somebody even 10 years ago and said this is what's coming? They probably wouldn't have believed you, would they? I mean, you know, because you can come down to the grass and see the daisies. It's utter craziness. So let's finally go over towards our aeroplane. We've got the lone Avro 100 that's parked up, the British Airways Avro 100. So we'll go and get it fired up. Before we do, actually, let's just scoot down the far end. There's walkways and stuff in here as well, look, that have really been modelled nicely. I mean, that's just madness. It really is. But anyway. So we've got a 7.3 and our little aeroplane waiting for us here. British Airways Avro 100. Okay. Let's go and get it up and running, shall we? So, Shift and X puts us back in normal views. We need to go and make use of that Simbrief flight plan. So we're going to go into Navigraph first and we'll import the flight from Simbrief, and it will pull up the most recently programmed flight from Simbrief, and there it is. It doesn't ever show the approach, but it's runway 26 left, so I'm guessing ILS runway 26 left will be the one to add on. So that's an interesting one. It's doing the most bizarre approach ever. Doing a loop on the way in. Well, let's see how LittleNavMap illustrates that one, shall we? So if we go open flight plan from Simbrief in LittleNavMap and create a flight plan, don't save what we've got. So that's going to start showing the aeroplanes that Say Intentions is injecting in. Don't think there's anything coming in at the moment, but it'll be interesting to see this. So yeah, if we wanted then to go show arrivals and we want ILS 26 left, I think it was Willow that this one did, wasn't it? Yeah. Insert. So it's getting a bit confused. We'll see what happens with the ATC guidance on the way in. They may give us vectors at the last minute, you never know. Okay, aeroplane time. Shift and 7. Let's go and put the batteries on. And in the lights and notices section up at the top right, we're going to go and put the nav lights on and the no smoking sign to auto and the cabin emergency to armed. Avionics, yaw dampers can come on. Autopilot masters can come on. Whoops. And avionics masters can come on. Anti-skid and lift spoilers, we can go and put the anti-skid to on. And the yellow and green lift spoilers to on. Then a bit further down, shift and 7, we're going to go and put the APU Gen 2 on, which is here. And then left inner pump to on. And then APU start. Oops, we need to move this up slightly. So we'll see the percentage RPM increase for the APU. Wait for it to say power available. And then we go flight deck emergency lights to armed. We'll just wait for that first though. So I'm not sure that this version of Leeds Bradford is available yet. This is the deluxe version. So you may be looking at the ordinary version on their website listed at the moment. So let's go runway exit lights. Sorry. Emergency lights to armed. Center tank transfer goes to auto, and I'm trying to remember where it is over here. Okay, ice detect goes to on and then recover it. Shift and space. We need to go behind the stick over here and set both of these to align, and they'll start flashing. Well, they should. Oh no, they start flashing when they've aligned. So then OFP app on the tablet. So we go back out of here, go to the operational flight plan, and we continue, and it will fetch our flight plan. Then we go to the aircraft app, and it says, do we want to import the payload? Yes, we do. And we can do instant refueling of the aircraft. So refueling is complete. We can go into loading, and we can do start boarding, and it should say instantly
boarding is complete.
Boarding is complete. So we've got all of our people onto the aeroplane. So then shift and 1 brings us over. Press comma to calibrate the altimeters to the local barometric pressure. We'll uncage the standby attitude indicator. We'll put the EFIS on for the pilot. Then shift and 3, we'll go and put EFIS on for the co-pilot. Shift and 5, go to the flight management computer, and we're going to start programming the thing. So we'll press the this is where I have to try and remember how to do this. So we go into FMC, pause in it, pick up the position, put that in the RS position, and then we can go to the route button, which is up here. I always forget this. And we'll put in our source and destination, so EGNM to EGKK. EGNM into the scratch pad, put that in origin. EGKK goes into the destination. We're not going to bother with the company route, we'll program it ourselves. Flight number, we said it was BAW 073, didn't we? Runway we're taking off from, runway 14. And then we're going to put the route in. So we're this is where it gets debatable. If we go and look at Simbrief, we could put this in ourselves. So we're doing the Pole 2X standard instrument departure. It takes us to the Pole Hill VOR. So we go Pole here because we'll do the departure in a minute. Where are we? Then direct to MCT. So MCT, we don't put an airway in, we go direct to it. It's asking which one. So if we go and have a look in here, it's the Manchester VOR. Obviously, I think it's the 53 degrees one, but we'll just go and pull up the information on it to confirm 53 degrees. So it's that one. So direct to MCT. We want to see the flight plan again. Then direct to Listo. So we can go next page. LISTO. Then airway P18 to Tilba. P18 to Tilba. And then airway L151 to Disset. L151 to DISIT. And then it's the standard terminal arrival route, DC1G into Stansted. So we can activate those changes and execute them. And before we go to performance information, we'll go and do the departure and the arrival. So click, if we can get there on the buttons, click Depart. We're taking off runway 14 and we're doing the Pole 2X standard instrument departure. So next, Pole 2X, there it is. So execute. Then we go back to the index, go to the arrivals for Gatwick. We're coming in DC1G into 26 left. So ILS 26 left. Now we said Willow, didn't we, on Navigraph? And DC1G, there it is. And execute that. Now let's go and have a look at the legs and see. I'm expecting to see discontinuities, but we'll find out. We may not. Yeah, there's one look. Holly into Willow. So if this works like a Boeing, we'll just select, let's clear out the message first. So we've selected Willow, and then we select line above, yeah, and it pulls everything up. Execute that change, go next, next, that's fine. Oh my word, it worked. Whether that will work in reality is another question. So we want to go to performance, which is Inibuids. So cruise altitude today is 18,000 feet. Gross weight and zero fuel weight. Can it work it out for us? No, it can't. So we have to go and look over here and get our zero fuel weight was 35.9. We can get this to disappear, can't we? Yeah. So zero fuel weight 35.9, which calculates gross weight for us, and reserves we can find out by looking on the actual flight plan. So we want the final reserves, FinRes 0.8 of a ton. 0.8. Okay, execute that. We don't have to put these numbers in, we can put them in. I think we're good to go with the data. So we can then just go to the legs page and leave that there. So, just looking down through my notes, we've done departure and arrival, we've checked the legs, we've done the performance initialization data. So then shift and space. We should hopefully have these buttons over here flashing by now. Not yet. Okay. We'll come back to them in a moment, because that's the reason we don't have a attitude indicator yet because this hasn't aligned yet. I'm not sure if we can do instant alignment in here somewhere. Probably. It'll be in here somewhere. Anyway, we're not in a huge hurry, so... because we have to go and do clearance as well. So should we go and do that now while we're waiting? It will give us something to do, won't it? So we're going to go and call clearance at Leeds Bradford. Clearance Speedbird 073 requesting clearance to Gatwick with unknown information. Let's see what they come back with. We didn't get our information on our weather.
In just a second.
Will they let us get away with that? It's information Papa though.
At 12. Visibility
so let's go back to
10.
clearance.
Sky condition.
Now, will going to ATIS have cleared out the request to clearance? No, they've done it, look.
Speedbird 073. Information. Papa is current. Cleared to London Gatwick via the Nels 4 Whiskey departure. Departure runway 32. Initial climb to 5,000 feet.
That's a different departure
on
than we had.
134.58 squawk 2451.
That's not what we've been given from Simbrief. Cleared to London Gatwick via the Nels 4W departure. Departure runway 32. Initial climb 5,000 feet. Departure 134.58. Squawk 2451. Speedbird 073. Now, I wonder if we can question that and say that that's not what we've been given. We've got the Pole 2X out of runway 14.
Speedbird 073. Read back correct. Tower will be
Let's
on
question it. Let's see if it will handle it. Clearance. Speedbird 073. We have been cleared on the Pole 2X out of runway 14. Not what you told us.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard British Airways Flight 073, departing from Leeds to London. Please take your seats as per your boarding passes and stow your hand luggage in the overhead bins.
Okay, let's ask them in a slightly different way. Clearance, can we question the flight plan you have cleared for us? Our filed flight plan has Pole 2X on runway 14.
Speedbird 073. Your clearance is for runway 32 with the Nels 4 Whiskey departure as per current clearance. If you want to depart runway 14 with Pole 2 X-ray SID, please confirm and I will update your clearance.
We would like to depart runway 14 with the Pole 2X standard instrument departure, please.
Speedbird 073. Cleared to London Gatwick via the Pole 2 X-ray departure, then as filed. Climb altitude 5,000 feet.
They're letting
departure
us.
on 134.58 squawk 2451.
Let's see what the wind is doing. Oh, it's a crosswind. So it's probably just gone the other way, in which case it wouldn't matter. Because, you know, the vector, if it's, I think it's about 8 knots on the nose or tail, will cause it to go the other way, or, you know, on the tail, sorry, will cause it to go the other way. But it's not, so they're allowing it. But we may have to wait, I guess, if there are other aircraft around, because they'll have to stay out of the way of the runway. There'll be no queue. Anyway, we've got our clearance, so let's go and have a look. That wasted some time, didn't it? And this still hasn't lined up. Now, we can switch it to nav before it's lined up, if we so wish. That's an interesting one though. Why is it not lining up? There is a shortcut to do it as well, which we'll get into if we have to. So I've got it written down here. You can fast align the IRS system by quickly rotating the INS selectors through off, align, nav, align. So off, align, nav, align. And it's not letting it go back, look. But it's still not going to align us.
Clear delivery
Duke 666 with you, requesting
That's interesting. And it hasn't enabled.
I'm working on that clearance. Stand
Because
by.
we haven't got any displays. So that doesn't work any. Oh no, it's doing it. It's doing it.
VFR at a low 1500 feet, for Georgia departure, squawk 2555.
So that one's just going to take a few seconds. Let's keep an eye on it.
Please, clearance Duke 666 at GA parking looking for VFR departure.
We just have to keep an eye on it while we're doing engine start, I guess. So we've got the attitude indicator. Is that one going to come alive as well? There's a big section in the book about this, that if you do, you don't have to wait, and if you don't wait, you get inaccurate data, because the gyros obviously haven't calibrated accurately. But we'll leave that where it is for the moment. So, we're going to go over to the aeroplane, remove the chocks from the aeroplane, go Shift 7, and request that the seatbelts are switched on. And we're going to go pushback and engine start. So I really do wish though that that would go and align. I don't really want to move the airplane until it's aligned. Maybe we'll have to. We want to talk to ground, don't we? Oh, we need to go and put this stuff in as well, though. 5,000 feet was our initial climb. We need to go and do a transponder as well. (2451). This should be on transponder only at the moment. 1, 1, and all. And we'll see how well that works. Just having a look around the other switches, see what positions they've been left in. Oh, it's worked. It's finally come up.
325 leads clearance. Pass your message.
Okay, so let's go and talk to ground. Departure. Oh, they have not got ground. Okay, so we will just be going straight to tower for pushback and engine start. Tower, Speedbird 073 requesting pushback and engine start.
Speedbird 073, pushback and engine start approved. Face west.
Pushback and engine start approved. Face west 073, thank you. So let's go and have a look at our chart of the airport. See where we are. We want us to face west. So face that way, so tail to the right. So let's go and have a play with the controls in here. So we want to connect the truck. Look at this. How cool is that? And then tail to the right, which leaves us facing west. So let's get ready with the parking brake. I'll turn the parking brake off now. We can increase the speed of this. What's he doing? Is that as much as he's going to give us? Oh, thanks a lot.
Cabin crew, all doors in flight and cross-check. Welcome aboard British Airways. We are pleased to have you with us today.
Okay, parking brake
Our
on.
captain is Jonathan, and our our first officer
Shift
is
and
Amanda.
8 takes us
Joining me
overhead.
in
We go and put
cabin
the beacon
are my
light on.
fellow crew members, Claire,
We go and then
Louis,
put
and
all of
Sophie.
the pumps on.
Flight time of approximately 55
Tomjet 7 Whiskey
minutes.
Golf, winds 220 at 12, runway 32, cleared for takeoff.
So then down here,
Cleared for takeoff.
the start master goes to on.
Unfasten, simply lift the
Engine number
buckle.
4 first,
In the
and
event of a
start
loss
engine
of
number
cabin
4.
pressure, oxygen masks will
Down
drop
in the
down
cockpit,
from the panel above you.
we go
Hold the
and
mask
watch the
towards
numbers
you,
come up.
place it over your nose and mouth, and secure
When it
it
gets
with
past
the elastic band.
10%, we
Remember to
can
secure your own
press the
mask
button.
by
2
assisting
Papa
others.
November, type
Please
A320,
note the emergency
14.
access located
Just wait for the lights to go out.
Information Foxtrot, request clearance to roads.
To reach these exits,
Let me
follow
check
the
the
I'll have your
volumes.
clearance in just a second.
In the unlikely event of an evacuation,
Cleared to the
please
Everest
leave
via
your luggage
Lamy
behind.
2, Whiskey departure, departure runway 32,
So the numbers come up.
departure 134.58, squawk 1462, easy 2 Papa November.
From the British Airways shop. Thank you for your attention, and we wish you a
Engine
pleasant
number
flight.
3. Oh, start. Click the switch the wrong way. So then down here, we're waiting for me to advance switch number 3. Oh, have I caused a problem by flicking it the wrong way? I think I have, haven't I? Yep. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, go. And now it's happier. So then overhead, these lights will go out when it's happy.
Ground Ryanair 5 November, taxi to parking.
Ryanair 5 November, taxi to parking. Cross runway 32, then Alpha.
Taxi to parking, cross runway 32, then Alpha, Ryanair 5 November.
Start engine number 2. Again, waiting for 10% on the N2 number. 8, 9, 10. Advance the throttle out of idle, or out of shut off I should say, which reintroduces the fuel so it continues on through, exhaust gas temperature goes up, turbofan starts spinning.
Tomjet 7 Whiskey Golf, contact departure.
And wait for the lights to go out overhead.
Over to departure, Tomjet 7 Whiskey Golf.
Engine number 1. Start. Wait for the N2 to get through 10%. Same story again. 8, 9, 10. Advance. And wait.
Tower kilometer 8 radio check. Testing say intentions for fellow pilot Al. KLM 888 testing say intentions multiplayer option.
KLM 888, say again please.
Okay, engines coming up. So lights gone off. This can come off. That can go off. And then we can go over to the generators. So let's do this from a slightly easier view for you to see.
Ryanair 9 at Tango Zulu, winds 220 at 12, runway 32, cleared to land.
Shift 7. Generators 1 to on, generator 4 to on, put the galley power on. Go and put the packs on. Put the engineers on across the board, which will then make the packs work. Overhead, shift and 8. Brake fans can go to auto. Engine 2, hydraulic pump to on. Engine 3, hydraulic pump to on. Then further down, shift and 7. we're going to go and do the windscreen heats, vane heats and pitot heats. Shift and 4 brings us back into here. We've done TCAS earlier, so that's all good to go. We want TA only. So shift and 7. Okay, we can do this from here now. Let's go and sit in our normal position. So we've got landing lights upwards, taxi lights downwards on the switches here. And we're ready to taxi. So let's go and have a quick look at the map of the airport. We're taking off runway 14, remember, that was our requested or planned route that we argued with ATC over.
Clear to Algarve by North 3 Whiskey departure, departure runway 32, initial climb 4000, departure 134.58, 45225.
And we're talking to tower, there is no ground.
Easy 24 Papa November, read back correct.
Ground, Speedbird 073, requesting taxi runway 14.
Pushback through face east. Easy 24 Papa November.
Speedbird 073, runway 14, taxi via Alpha.
Taxi via Alpha, runway 14, Speedbird 073, thank you. So, we can't taxi via Alpha because there's somebody sat in the middle of Alpha, but we can probably get past them. Okay, we can go straight out and around them. I don't think I'm allowed any. Is there any more lines over there? I can't see from here. Let's go and have a. We're going to cheat slightly. No, this is as close as we get. Tower, Speedbird 073, holding short, runway 14.
134.58, Channel 24 Papa November. Channel 24 Papa November, ready for push and start.
Channel 24 Papa November, Leeds Tower, push and start approved, face west.
Can't see any other aircraft coming in or going out.
Leeds Tower, Channel 6 Kilo uniform, established on the ILS runway 32.
Oh no, there he is.
Channel 6 Kilo uniform, roger. Ryanair 9 Tango Zulu, taxi to parking. Cross runway 32, then Alpha.
That might be a windmill actually in the
Taxi
distance.
to parking,
It's not
cross
runway.
runway 32, then Alpha, Ryanair 9 Tango Zulu.
Tower, Speedbird 073, holding short on Alpha for runway 14. Are they hearing us? That is a windmill in the distance, isn't it? Tower, Speedbird 073, radio check please.
Speedbird 073, roger, readability 5.
Tower, Speedbird 073, waiting on Alpha for runway 14.
Speedbird 073, runway 14 is not available. Use runway 32 for departure.
Tower, we have been cleared for runway 14, Speedbird 073.
Channel 42 Alpha Golf contact departure.
This is going well, isn't it?
Contact departure, Channel 42 Alpha Golf.
Tower, Speedbird 073 requesting taxi to runway 14 for immediate departure as filed.
Channel 42 Alpha Golf contact Scottish Control 128.055. Safe flight. Ryanair 2048 leads tower push and start approved face east report when ready for taxi.
Speedbird 073, runway 14 taxi via November, Bravo, Alpha.
Taxi via November Bravo Alpha for runway 14, Speedbird 073. November Alpha. Okay, that differs from this. November Bravo Alpha, okay. So they just want us to go around. I think they're having a conversation in the tower right now saying, actually, yeah, we did clear him for 14, didn't we? Tower, Speedbird 073 holding short for departure runway 14.
Speedbird 073, runway 14 is not assigned. Cleared for departure, runway 32. Hold short, runway 32.
Tower, you have already cleared me for departure on runway 14. Speedbird 073. I'm going to ignore ATC.
Channel 24 Papa November, Leeds Tower, push and start approved, face west.
This is going against aviation law, but this is a hole in the AI.
Channel 6 Kilo uniform, winds 220 at 12, runway 32, cleared to land.
They gave us clearance, they gave us taxi instructions, and now they won't give us takeoff clearance. So we're going to ignore them. Tower Speedbird 073, holding short runway 14 as cleared for immediate departure.
Leeds Tower, Ryanair 66 Romeo Romeo, established on the ILS runway 32.
Ryanair 66 Romeo Romeo, roger.
I think we've fallen through a hole in the AI this morning. Tower Speedbird 073, holding short runway 14 for immediate departure as cleared. Okay, we're going. Just before, let's give them one more go. Tower Speedbird 073, radio check please.
Speedbird 073, readability 5.
Tower Speedbird 073, holding short for immediate departure, runway 14 as filed. And cleared. They're not going to clear us, are they? We have fallen through a hole in the system. Yeah, let's see if we can hack the system. So Chris is saying, just tell them we're ready for departure. Tower Speedbird 073, ready for departure, runway 14.
Speedbird 073, runway 14, winds 220 at 12, cleared for takeoff.
That's a nice hack. Okay, let's go and do the final checks. Now we've got the airplane ready, so we're going to bring the heading bug round to match the direction we're going. Well, that's the plan anyway, if it stops accelerating on me. We've got initial altitude programmed in, so we'll go heading select. Can we not do that unless we're already on? So auto throttle can go on. May as well go. I'll fix anything else on the way.
Quebec uniform, contact departure.
Contact departure, 18. Traffic. Quebec uniform. Roger, 18, Quebec uniform. Target Welling 22, Papa Romeo with information, Kilo, IL4, ready to come for a clearance.
Chanix 48, Juliet Alpha, winds 220 at 12, runway 32, cleared to land.
Clear of conflict.
Cleared to land, 32, Chanix 48, Juliet Alpha. Speedbird 073, contact departure on 134.58.
Contacting departure 134.58, Speedbird 073.
Descend.
Departure Speedbird 073, departing Leeds Bradford runway 14 en route as filed to Gatwick.
Speedbird 73, Leeds departure, identified. Climb flight level 050.
Clear of conflict.
Climbing 050, 073.
Speedbird 073, climb flight level 180.
Climbing flight level 180, 073. Let's go and take care of this properly.
Speedbird 073, contact London Control on 133.6.
Contacting London Control 133.6, Speedbird 073. London Control, Speedbird 073, departing Leeds Bradford, climbing flight level 180 en route to Gatwick. About to come through the transition altitude.
Speedbird 73, London Control identified. Good afternoon.
2992. Yeah, it'd be nice to get a phrase sheet, wouldn't it, from Say Intentions about which are the words that outweigh others in its understanding.
London Control, Easy 24 Zulu Foxtrot, flight level 170.
Because then obviously you can tailor what you say to get what you want. I mean, it's unusual that anything like that ever happens. Why are we not following the flight plan?
Flight level 140.
Down to flight level 140, Easy 24 Zulu Foxtrot.
What's going on? We've just left our flight plan behind. I'm going to go and have a look.
Zulu Foxtrot, contact breast control on 129.505.
Oh, it's on
129.505 for Easy 24 Zulu Foxtrot.
lateral navigation. That should have been working. Interesting. Why is it not working? Go and have a look at the flight plan here. So you can see we've deviated off and we're going back in. We're going to have to cut back in on the Pole Hill. That's going to be an interesting one because it's going to turn left right across our nose. Shall we bring ourselves in on a tighter turn and then we go at least go through Pole Hill correctly? So why did that not? Oh, I didn't have LNav on, did I? That'd be why.
Channel source at Mike Alpha with you 5,700, climbing 7,000.
Channel 47 Mike Alpha, London Control, climb flight level 230.
Channel source at Mike Alpha request flight level 350.
Scottish Control, Easy 538 Romeo, flight level 210.
Easy 538 Romeo, radar contact.
So it's already wanting to do Pole Hill to Manchester. Although I think this shows you the thing that's next as the top line, unlike the Airbus ones where it's the second line. So yeah, it's coming at magenta, so that would make sense. Let's bring the heading round to match. It's going to be fascinating to see what it does with the approach. So we're getting ice detected, but I can't see any clouds around us.
Contact Manchester approach on 135.005.
Just out of an abundance of caution.
Switching to Manchester approach on 135.005, say Ryanair 63 Kilo Juliet.
So it should turn left. And there it goes. And we're coming up to 18,000. So our flight plan was cleared earlier to 18,000. Did we have anything? So 19,000 at Manchester though. So we might get cleared higher. We'll see what happens. So we may as well go and turn this up to 250.
London Control, Blue Max 906 Kilo Echo, flight level 240.
906 Kilo Echo, radar contact.
And that can come off of. It's interesting. What's the options? Max, climb max, or norm? Okay. So a bit later on in the flight plan, we're going to come into. There we go. Everything's going a bit screwy today, isn't it? It didn't load for ages.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have now reached cruising altitude. We will begin our snack and drink service shortly. On today's menu, we have the delightful Tom Kerridge steak and ale pie for just £4.50. And for those looking to unwind, we have Brewdog IPA available for £5.
Oh my word.
After our service, we will also have articles from the British Airways shop available for
So they're listing actual items from regional sellers on the cabin. That's mad. So Tom Kerridge pies and oh dear. I wonder what will be next. I wonder if they're getting product placement fees for that. So no more ice detected. We came up through 10,000 feet some time ago, so we don't need landing lights on anymore either. So yeah, let's go and have a look at this chart in a bit more detail. So if we follow this to the letter, we double back onto Willow, then we double back again. So we kind of do this descending dance down to 7,000 feet and then on down, which is slightly mad. So we come down here, and this has got the same thing kind of sort of written in. So LittleNavMap doesn't understand it either. We'll see. They may not make us do it.
431, London Control, identified. Cleared direct keypad.
pass altitude 431. Chanex 85 Alpha Quebec contact Manchester approach on 135.005.
135.005 for Chanex 85 Alpha Quebec.
Will it make the turn? And there it goes. So let's go and have a look at the, if we increase the range, got a list out. If we go data, what will it tell us? It gives us the ETAs into each waypoint. Okay. Should we have a play with the weather radar? I don't think it actually works, but we can turn it on at least.
Ryanair 765, flight level 220 inbound to Liverpool.
Ryanair November Alpha India Romeo London Control identified. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. This is Papa Whiskey 63 Tango, a BN2 Islander at parking stand 60 with information. Mike, requesting IFR clearance to Leeds Bradford, please.
I'll grab that clearance. Give me just a minute.
Shall we speed up a bit?
London Control, Logan 18 Delta, flight level 200.
Logan 1 Delta, radar contact.
London Control, Sun Express 8 Alpha Juliet, flight level 330.
Sun Express 8 Alpha Juliet, radar contact. Speedbird 73 London Control, expect the Dizzy 1 Golf arrival, prepare to descend in roughly 20 minutes. Reach out if you want an early start.
Expecting Dizzy 1 Golf. We'll give you a call when we're ready for descent. Speedbird 073. So I wonder if it's called Dizzy because it does this bizarre circling.
Chanex 82 Echo Alpha contact Scottish Control on 128.055 E.
128.055 for Chanex 82 Echo Alpha. Good day.
So does this
Scottish
give
Control,
a
Chanex 82 Echo Alpha, flight level 280.
estimated? No, it won't give an estimated
Chanex 82
descent,
Echo
will it?
Alpha, radar contact.
20 minutes time, okay. So if we say 15 minutes from now, The clock in the cockpit is saying 13:38. So if we say at 5 minutes to the hour, 55.
To the main, 2,500 feet. Thanks, Envoy 9 Echo Lima.
We'll give them a shout.
Envoy 9 Echo Lima, contact Manchester approach on 118.58.
118.58, thanks, 9 Echo Lima.
See, down here we've got the traffic collision avoidance system. We've got it in TA only mode at the moment. Go to TARA and change the range to 20 miles and see if anything pops up on it. So what is around us on the route? Nothing at the moment, nothing within 20 miles. There's something just on a periphery 1,000 feet below us, look, an A320, and it's there, look. There's something just behind us as well.
Ryanair 118, contact Scottish Control on 128.055.
Scottish Control on 128.055, Ryanair 118. London Control, Ryanair 118, with you, flight level 310.
Ryanair 118, London Control, good afternoon.
Got ice detected again, but debatable whether it's going to make any difference to us. I'm going to go and make myself a quick coffee before we get involved in the descent shenanigans. So looking at this, this doesn't actually have any. If we were an A320, it doesn't understand this enough to even give a top of descent marker. If we go and show this, it doesn't understand it. Look, it are broken. all we need to worry about is getting to Willow at 220 knots and 7,000 feet. We need 250 knots at 2 fuzz. Oh, we do actually know, saying that, look, flight level 200, so we're already below that at this here. Kidley 150.
Contact to Delta Alpha Charlie, Cessna 152 at 2,000 feet, over Churchport and Derby to Derby, request traffic service.
Kidley 150.
London Control, Turkish 8 Whiskey Uniform, flight level 330.
Turkish 8 Whiskey Uniform, radar contact.
In 50 miles time. Okay, I'm just going to grab that coffee quickly then, and then we'll get the descent started. The icing's gone away again, by the way, so it lights up as soon as we turn it back off. I'll be back in a minute.
London Control, Shamrock 165, flight level 180.
Shamrock 165, radar contact. Ryanair 49 Zulu Bravo, contact Manchester approach on 135.005.
.005 for Ryanair 49 Zulu Bravo. Good day.
Speedbird 008 with you, climbing to flight level 5,000. Climb and maintain flight level 200, Speedbird 08.
Speedbird 008, contact Manchester approach on 118.58.
Switching into 118.58, Speedbird 08.
London Control, American 901, flight level 180.
Radar contact.
Okay, I'm back. So it's showing top of descent here, so it is working it out. So let's go and get down to 250 knots to begin with. See if I missed any messages. Nope. We're talking to London Control, aren't we? London Control, Speedbird 073, beginning descent 15,000 feet for Kidley on our arrival into Gatwick.
Speedbird 073, cleared Dizzy 1 Golf arrival into London Gatwick.
Cleared Dizzy 1 Golf arrival into Gatwick, Speedbird 073.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have now left our cruising altitude and are beginning our approach to London. Please return to your seats, stow your tables, and fasten your seat belts. The usage of lavatories is no longer permitted. Thank you for your cooperation.
So our next target is, let's go and have a look at the chart. 7,000 feet at Willow. We've got 50 miles and another 70 miles.
Contact London Gatwick approach on 126.825.
Contacting London Gatwick approach 126.825, Speedbird 073. Good day. Gatwick approach, Speedbird 073 with you, descending on the Dizzy 1 Golf arrival into Gatwick. Okay, so why has the sim disappeared?
Speedbird 73, London Gatwick approach, identified, good afternoon, expect the ILS runway 26 left approach into London Gatwick.
We'll expect the ILS runway 26 approach into Gatwick, Speedbird 073. So we hold 150 until we're through Kidley, which is just coming. We increase the range a bit. We'll see the rest of it. It's a bit jumbled up on this rubbish display though. Well, I say rubbish, but in its day it was fantastic. So,
BA267 requesting IFR clearance to Jersey.
Clearance on request, stand by.
Charlie 414 Alpha Whiskey Biggin Hill departure. Altitude restrictions cancelled. Maintain VFR altitudes.
Maintaining VFR altitudes for 4 Alpha Whiskey, thank you.
So we're going to begin down to 7,000 feet now, but we'll do it in a sedate manner. Yeah, we don't even need to come down at that sort of rate, do we? Ask just passengers to put their seatbelts back on. Let's go and program the nav radios for the ILS on Gatwick. 110.9257 degrees. So course 257. .9, wasn't it? Yes. Switch that to active. Switch that to active.
Diamond Tree 28 Juliet Biggin Hill departure transition approved. Maintain VFR at or below 2,500. Report clear of the Class D airspace.
We haven't got the flight directors on, have we?
Transition approved. Maintain VFR at or below 2,500. Will report clear of Class D. Diamond 328 Juliet.
Not that it makes a lot of difference in this aeroplane. It's just a pink.
Juliet, maintain VFR flight levels.
Or magenta, sorry, crosshair.
Will maintain VFR flight levels. Diamond 28 Juliet.
Logan 18 Delta, contact Heathrow Tower on 124.48.
124.48, Logan 18 Delta.
Somewhere underneath all that cloud is London. Here comes the Midhurst VOR at 25 miles out. We're just coming down to 12,000 feet.
Skyway 604, request direct to Lima Alpha Mike.
Skyway 604, unable to provide direct to Lima for Mike at this time. Continue present heading and maintain 7,800.
Getting ice detected again.
Continue present heading and maintain 7,800. Skyway 604.
Speedbird 073, descend to flight level 070.
Descending flight level 070, speedbird 073. We're already doing it. Because they told us to descend on the arrival. The Dizzy 1 Golf, wasn't it? Which brings us in. So we're on our way into Midhurst at the moment. Then we turn left. Then we fly into Willow. I wonder if they'll go direct from Holly to the Mayfield VOR. What were the options on the transitions? Let's have a look and see if we can talk ATC into making our life easier. No, it's called Dizzy because it goes round in circles. That's the only reason. I wonder once we pass Midhurst if we can request going direct to Mayfield. Wonder if they'd let us. Or if we just did that. Yeah, it's just part of this Dizzy, isn't it? It loops around on itself, which is why it's called Dizzy, I suppose. Dizzy 1 Golf. So we need to get to 4,000 feet by the time we get to Mayfield, basically.
Departure Saudia 120 2000 for 4,000.
Saudia 120, radar contact, climb and maintain 10,000.
Climb 10,000, Saudia 120.
Wheels 1307, contact London Control on 134.9er.
4.9er. Alright, goodbye.
10,000 feet, landing lights go on.
Cam 8084, contact Heathrow Tower on 124.48.
Over to Heathrow Tower on 124.48, TAM 8084.
Captain, cabin is ready.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now on our final approach into London. Please turn off all electronic devices and stow them until we arrive at the gate. Ensure your tray tables are put away, your seats are in their full upright position, and your seat belts are fastened. We will be arriving at Pier 2, Gate 13L.
Saudia 120, contact Heathrow radar on 127.525.
One 127.525 for Saudia 120.
Griffin 3 X-ray Bravo, contact London Gatwick Tower on 124.23.
Let's go and find out the weather.
Griffin 3 X-ray Bravo.
Fueling for
1004 2965
124.23.
124.23 for ruling for 1 Yankee Alpha. Departure Shamrock 38 Whiskey 2000 for 4,000.
Shamrock 38 Whiskey, radar contact, climb and maintain 7,000.
What do we need in terms of speeds? 250 at the moment,
London
which we're
Gatwick
doing,
approach,
220
Virgin
at Holly.
412 Whiskey, flight level 150.
Virgin 412 Whiskey, radar contact. Shamrock 38 Whiskey contact, Heathrow radar on 127.525.
127.525 for Shamrock 38 Whiskey. Good day.
Okay, so in about 10 miles time we'll drop it down to 220 knots. We may go heading mode to make sure that this does this in a sensible manner. I think this might be beyond its guidance capabilities.
Gatwick and December, it's 5-3. Request IFR clearance to Athens via runway 26 left. We have information Romeo.
I'll have the clearance in just a second.
So what we're doing here, look, it's dropping down.
Athens via the hard one, X departure.
220 knots at Holly.
Left, initial climb to 6,000 feet. Departure
Then we want
129.025,
220, 7,000 feet at Willow.
772, Emirates 53.
Departure,
and then keep turning left basically.
2000 for 4,000.
So what we'll do is pull the range down on
Eurowing
this.
7463, radar contact, climb and maintain 6,000.
So what I'm going to do is go heading mode.
7463.
Griffin 901 Papa contact at London Gatwick Tower on 124.23.
124.23 for Griffin 901 Papa. Good day.
Departure, Tomjet 6 Lima Charlie 2000 for 4000.
Tomjet 6 Lima Charlie, radar contact, climb and maintain 12.2000.
Climb 12-12000, Tomjet 6 Lima Charlie.
Version 412 Whiskey contact Heathrow Tower on 124.48.
Switching to Heathrow Tower on 124.48, Virgin 412 Whiskey.
We're not slowing down, are we? We might have to use the spoilers a little bit. Although it is, the speed is slowly bleeding off.
Tomjet 6 Lima Charlie, contact London, Gatwick departure.
But then the nose is going to come up in a moment because we're going to hit 7,000 feet.
129.025 for Tomjet 6 Lima Charlie. Good day.
Departure, Air Portugal 1337 2000 for 4000.
Air Portugal 1337, radar contact, climb and maintain 12.2000.
Yes, so this is going altitude
Climb
hold.
12-12000, Air Portugal 1337.
So that's winding out the vertical speed. You can see it winding off there. Which is losing us our speed to get to 220, which is perfect. And then the throttles will come back up to hold the speed in a moment.
1337 contact, London Gatwick departure on 129.
So let's bring that range back down again.
129.025 for Air Portugal 1337.
And then we do the dizzy dance. So left turn to Willow and then fly through Willow, a left turn back round to the waypoint that's hiding underneath there, D113 Victor. So we're at the appropriate speed.
073, descend altitude 3000, turn left heading 055 vectors for the ILS runway 26 left approach.
They're ignoring it. Descend altitude 3000, turn left heading 055 vectors for the ILS runway 26 left approach, speedbird 073. So after all of that, we're not doing it. I was looking forward to doing that. It's a shame, isn't it? So let's get ready to go and adjust the
Alpine 19 at Papa Victor contact London Gatwick Tower on 124.23.
It was 2965.
124.23 for Alpine 19 Papa Victor.
Let's go do it now. 29.
Departure, Speedbird 15 Kilo 2000 for 4000.
Speedbird 15 Kilo, radar contact, climb and maintain 13.3000.
13.3000, Speedbird 15 Kilo.
Departure, Easy 48 X-Ray Zulu 2000 for 4000.
We've already got the ILS tuned in.
48 X-Ray Zulu, radar contact, climb and maintain 3000.
Up to 3000, Easy 48 X-Ray Zulu.
We're in heading mode, so we can show the instrumentation is coming up already. Look for the ILS, which is good. We've got LNAV mode on. We want to go VOR lock mode, just in case. That shows us the the display here of the information. Is good. Look, we can see over the other side what's going on, so we can go and increase the range on that one. So we can see where we are, but then we can already see the runway here. Obviously we've got to turn left here.
5 November Echo, contact London Gatwick Tower on 124.23.
So doing 220 knots. Can we put flaps out here?
Wheeling 5 November Echo.
Where is the table?
Skyway
It's over here,
604,
look.
contact London Control on 134.9er.
Landing.
Reaching to 134.9er.
No, we need to get significantly slower before we go and extend anything.
Hello, departure Charlie 414 Alpha Whiskey with you at 2,500 feet, VFR for Manchester.
And we're in the cloud. Goodbye, world. We'll just follow vectors. So we're doing level change.
Speedbird 073, turn left, heading 015.
Turning left, heading 015, Speedbird 073. Let's trust in the controllers and see what happens. So according to this, we're more or less on the same course that we would have been. They just cut Dizzy out of the approach.
Ryanair 11 Hotel Victor.
If we go and have a look.
Contact, climb
Yeah, look.
5,000.
Rather than do the loop, they just vectoring us directly for the ILS.
073, 9 miles from Charlie Foxtrot 26 Lima. Turn left heading 300. Descend altitude 2,000 until established on the localizer cleared for the ILS runway 26 left approach.
9 miles from the Charlie Foxtrot 26 left, turn left heading 300, descend altitude 2000 until established, clear to ILS 26 left approach, speedbird 073. So turn left 300 immediately.
Air Portugal 1337, contact Lisbon Tower on 118.105.
Airplane time to do it. We also descend 2000 now to get underneath the ILS basically. So let's, level change is already on, so I'm putting the spoilers out to descend a bit harder. And then we're just looking for, see look, we're coming round towards an intercept angle for approach. You can see it here, look. So that's us, that's the runway direction relative to us. We're not there yet, we can see it over there. Now we could put ourselves on approach mode.
Ryanair 11 Hotel Victor, contact.
We're still above glide slope at the moment. Sorry, no, we're below glide slope.
28.8 for Ryanair 11 Hotel Victor. Good day.
So let's go and get the speed down. Here's the flaps.
E68 Charlie Bravo, contact London, Gatwick departure on 129.025.
We're getting close to it.
129.025 for EasySix8 Charlie Bravo. Good day.
So shall we take over?
Royal Air Maroc 802, contact London, Gatwick Tower on 124.23.
124.23 for Royal Air Maroc 802.
Speedbird 073, contact London, Gatwick Tower on 124.23. Speedbird 073, contact London Gatwick Tower on 124.23 at Charlie Foxtrot 26 Lima.
Contacting London Gatwick Tower 124.23, Speedbird 073. London Gatwick Tower, Speedbird 073, engaged on localizer, runway 26 left.
Speedbird 73, London Gatwick Airport Tower identified.
Right, fully manual. That's easier then. Let's get this straightened up.
Griffin 3, X-ray Bravo, contact ground on 121.805.
Bravo.
Speedbird 73, London Gatwick Airport Tower. Wind 230 at 13, gusting 23. Runway 26 left, clear to land.
Clear to land, runway 26 left, copy the weather, Speedbird 073.
Griffin 5, Quebec Lima, contact departure. Good day.
Switching to departure, Griffin 5, Quebec Lima.
Just holding altitude until we get the glide slope. Here comes the glide slope. You can just see the little marker moving down the side of the attitude indicator.
1,000.
Wind shifting us around a little bit. It's going to be a fun one. $500. Minimums. Whoa, wind shear, look at that, look at it sink.
100.
Just lost about 50 feet in a couple of seconds.
50. 40. 30.
8249, contact
20.
departure on 121.23.
Well, we're going long, but who well cares.
Virgin 6432, runway 08 right, request takeoff clearance.
Speedbird 073. Contact ground on 121.805.
That was interesting. The engine suddenly raced. I had to go and throw the controllers in a hurry to stop it happening. Contacting ground 121.805, speedbird 073.
230 at 13, gusting 23, runway 26 left, clear to land.
Ground, speedbird 073, departing runway 26 left, requesting taxi to the gate.
Flying with British Airways. Please remain seated until we reach our final parking position. In the name of Captain Jonathan, First Officer Amanda, and the entire crew, we bid you farewell. The local time here is 3:18 p.m.
Speedbird 073, taxi to Pier 2,
London
gate 13 left, via Golf Romeo, Golf Juliet, November, Kilo. Have a good day.
Of works of art and historical artifacts. If you have a connecting flight, please listen carefully.
Taxi via Golf Romeo, Golf Juliet, November, Kilo. Good night.
4 p.m. from gate 22.
So Golf,
and flight BA 789 to Paris.
Juliet,
Departs at
Romeo.
4:30 p.m. from gate 18. Thank you.
Golf Juliet, November, Kilo. Juliet, November, Kilo.
Griffin 9 Tango Echo, short of 26 left.
They told us that earlier, didn't they?
Griffin 9 Tango Echo, wind 230
So
at 13.
We don't require clearance to cross this runway because it's not active. Only 26 left is active at
Cleared for takeoff, 26 left, Griffin 9 Tango Echo.
Skyway 514, contact departure on 133.904.
133.904, Skyway 514.
Fueling 5 November Echo, contact ground on 121.805.
Switching to ground, Welling 5 November Echo.
That was interesting. On approach, we suddenly had wind shear and dropped like a stone, and then floated like crazy along the runway. I was fighting it all the way in though. It wasn't stable. Oh, someone else going on their holidays. So let's go and remind ourselves where we're going. So then we're going along to November and then Kilo. So we carry on along Juliet.
Griffin 9 Tango Echo, contact departure, safe travels.
Switching to departure, Griffin 9 Tango Echo.
Royal Air Maroc 802, wind 230 at 13, gusting 23, runway 26 left, clear to land.
Clear to land, 26 left, Royal Air Maroc 802.
It's about another 5 crossings until we
Okay,
get to November.
Easy 1 Q November, ready for departure, runway 26 left.
Easy 1 Kilo November, London. Gatwick Airport Tower, cleared to depart, runway 26 left, climb altitude 6,000 feet. Departure on 126.82, 5 squawk 4555. Information whiskey is current.
Clear for takeoff, runway 26 left, Easy 1 Q November.
We're getting that. So second left, or left after the island is November. So we're the other side of that terminal there that we can see.
Eurowings 2 Whiskey Yankee, welcome to London Gatwick. Contact ground on 121.805.
Contact ground on 121.805. Thank you very much.
There's a lot of EasyJets, aren't there? Did they tell us the
Easy 1
exact
Kilo
gate number?
November, you are not cleared to take off. Advise when ready to copy a phone number for possible pilot deviation.
Someone's in trouble. Oh, hello, Sim's frozen. Seen that a few times recently. Something's causing the sim to freeze up and not release on alt tabbing. So it's one of these, but I'm not sure which one is ours. So I'll just pick one. It was Pier 2, definitely. Should go for the one with the vehicles. Okay, so first things first, taxi lights can go off, seatbelt signs can come off.
Royal Air, Maroc 802, contact ground on 121.805.
Chocks, ground power.
Ground Royal Air Maroc 802.
I think we can just kill the engines, can't we? So then overhead we can start
American
turning
2367,
off the fuel
contact departure
pumps.
on 121.23.
Contact departure on 121.23, American 2367.
Packs off, engineer off.
Gatwick Tower, this is Cessna Golf Tango Whiskey November Charlie. Request entry to control zone via Hayward T. Remain outside controlled airspace and walking 7000. We are Cessna.
And I think that's about it. Everything we did, we've now undone. So we're going to have a look outside. Actually, let's go and put the passenger stairs out and the door. There we go. We got here in one piece. We didn't use the jetway though. We're going to make everybody walk. Oh yeah, so I'm just looking at live stream comments. Glad everybody enjoyed the Jurassic Park, or Jurassic World I should say, Isla Nublar tour that we did. It was a good bit of fun. So yeah, Orbex were very kind in giving me a copy of the scenery for it and saying would I like to show everybody. So I of course agreed. But there we go. This obviously the main point of today was to look at Leeds Bradford, not to actually fly this airplane, but what's the point of getting in an airplane if you're not going to take it for a flight? So we brought it back down to another Inibuilds airfield, which is the rendition of Gatwick, which is really, really spectacular. Just as good as Leeds Bradford. So if you've not seen this one, this is the Inibuilds rendition of Gatwick, and it's something else as well. So if we go and spin around, we can go and look at the various terminals and gates, and it's something else. There's the modern building over here. Obviously if we come in closely, you can see it's got this interior, so there is an interior in here, full interior, so you can go fly around it as we did previously. My drone skills are not the best. as we've said previously.
Seabird 952 Romeo, contact departure on 126.825.
Yeah, it's good fun. And it's a busy airport. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to go and get on with some other things. I'm actually got this week off work, so this is the second to last weekday of my staycation, as you might call it. So you might see me flying some GA aeroplanes around in the next day or two. But we'll wait and see. Okay, see you soon. Take care.
Rolling 9 Lima Mike, holding short 26 left.